following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1. The job, and he figured out how to get it done as he beat Chicago. Then he backs it up against Yepez, and let me tell you something. Against Yepez, it was about two things. One, staying clean and making sure he sweat the small stuff. Well, he sure sweat the small stuff and dodged big bullets because he moves on as he continues his defense of Masquerade May from 24, looking to make it happen on the movie floors in 25. And for Brock, how about this? Same 7-on-7. Started off with a crazy one against Nam. This time, it was against Camaro, though. Having to fight down 3-2. This time up 3-2, excuse me. First it was down 3-2. This time up 3-2. Double call out. And Brock fades over the power play and wins again in a thriller. What a game we're in store for tonight. Hello, everybody. Welcome to two Super Leaguers from last year. Someone's got to get the 3 wins. BackStage Brad, The Rock. Are you kidding me? What can you ask for? Nothing more than this. And it's the classic 1-2. The old yellow 1 for Brock. The old Bad Brad Blue Deuce for Bad Brad, BackStage Brad tonight. 8-6. Both guys are 8-6 in this tournament. 2-2, 11-14. And they both have a 1-1 and 2-2 career record in the Sweet 16. Are you kidding me? Can you get any more even than this? That's what we're in store for tonight. Should be a fun one. We go to the pod. It's simple. Winner of this game will be on the road because Nick Monkey are the better seeds, lower or higher, whatever your dictionary says, and they'll play tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Looking forward to that one as well. Well, joining me in the booth is going to be nobody. Nobody is in the booth, unfortunately. Rogers couldn't make it tonight. We apologize. He had some severe storms. Wish him the best. Nam is our ref. He'll initialize the game now as I'll talk to my two good buddies. We're going to start it off with BackStage Brad as Nam will initialize the game here. BackStage, it's been fantastic so far, your run. You've had a lot of great things happen in this tournament. You've never lost in this tournament in your career. You're playing a guy in Brock you have a lot of respect for. Both guys have made Super League in the past. What are you going to learn in this longer series tonight, considering you and Brock have both been through the ringer, 14 games out of 14 games? Are we expecting this to go 8 or 9? Talk me through it.
Yeah, definitely gonna be a long series. Like we've both seen a lot this tournament. I don't know what to expect. I mean, like, I don't know what to expect really. I don't know.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Brad. It's very similar to Brock. Brock, I mean, you and Brad have literally had the same record. Just laughing at the scoreboard. 2-2, 11-14, both 8-6. It's literally a match made in heaven. What are we gonna do tonight in terms of the fade? Do you have a little bit more extra fade, or is it gonna be about more just controlling the ammo, balancing the fade, and also balancing Brad's patience, what he's known for? Talk me through it, Brock.
Um, well, I guess, to be honest, I'm not really quite sure what to expect. I mean, I would imagine he'd be a pretty tough opponent, so, I'm just going to give it all I got and see where it leads me.
Sometimes that's what you gotta do. It's sometimes what you have to do. Just see what the path is and go from there. Well, that's all we got tonight for the pregame. I guess I'll kind of talk about where this game really matters in the grand scheme of the tournament. 5 out of the 6 people, no matter what happened, will be moving on to an E8. And guess what? They started 0-2. Someone's got to win here. Only one will fall to 2-3, and the other 4 had done it. Well, Matt Johnson, Acosta, Varigold, and Ard. Something's got to happen right here. If Brad wins, he'll keep the Legends class alive. I'll put match point at Tapir. If Brock wins, he'll keep it going with Varigold, Ard. If Brock does lose, though, we all know the scenario. Varigold, Ard, 4 Masters class, E8. That's basically all the scenario we need to go over. Let's get to the game. Brad, it's game 1. My friend, I've called many times game 1s for you. This is your last one, at least for now, because the next round, no matter what happens, neither one of you guys will be at home for game 1. What are we going to do, my man? All right, 11 cards. Here comes Brad. 11 cards in. We started up with the Gone 2 and we're underway in the Sci-Fi 16. Now I'm also the scoreboard operator tonight. And we go to the green A here, just making sure everything's good with the scoreboard on my OBS, and we are now underway. We'll start it off with the Chomik 8. Brock, like you expect, the fade into the red. How does Brad approach this one? Let's see, will it be from BackStage? BackStage Brad, he's good at adjusting and adapting. I need that reminder always, buddy. Now, let's see what Brad will do. Patience game is the one thing you always got to look for, and he'll go aggressive with the switch. A little undercut. Now, here comes William Brock. What will Brock the Rock do here? Into this blue 8. How does he fade it, or does he continue to roll with the momentum? He'll go for a triple play, but that could be juiced after Brock. So Brock throws everything. Is he juiced? Brad maybe testing. We'll see. Brock with the lead, though. Here comes Brad looking for something on the back end. He'll keep it cool. Brock, does he have a fade over on that 9? So far, he's looked really good on the fade looks for William Brock. Let's see if that continues. He does not here, and now Brad can roll. Brad can roll in this blue. Let's see. Comes Brad, looking to find a move. Blue 3 plays it clean. So now Brad playing it clean. Brock, options. Is there a fade? There is a fade. So now it's 2 color. This is where Brad had no red. Did Brock catch Brad napping, or does Brad have extra in the fuel tank with the reds? 7 up, Brad with possession. Brad looking to load in here. Remember, best of 9, a long way to go tonight. Got to get to 5. 1 power play. Brad gonna ditto that. Bad Brad dittoing that out. Here comes William Brock. Brock gonna play that 0 sugar. Brad looking for something on the 0 sugar. Brad now looking for a little bit more. Looking at that CH. You got to think right here. He could find something with the switch. And I was just thinking, watch the switch efficiency. He goes for the yellow 0. Into the yellow. Brock and roll. Now it's a race to the finish. Both guys, every progression. Who's going to blink first? Brock had the possession. Brad stole it back on the yellow. Brock threw those couple haymakers. Here comes Brad, double plussers, looking for a trip play or a finish. Brad looking for the finish right here, but he won't get it. He'll just throw the double plussers. Brad down 2, Brock with 11, plenty of action cards now in Brock's favor. If he uses them, he'll use them here. What was that return? That's going to be the key now. Brad threw the hammer. Will Brock nail it in and get this back to a cuff? Here comes William Rock the Brock. I like that. Rock the Brock. Could he rock the boat for WB, the old Fade Meister? Or does Brad seal something on the back end if Brock plays it cool? That's the decision Brock's going for. He's going to throw the hammer. How about this? Quintuple in store. +4 double Yoshi with a sandwich of toast. Brock looking for the lead right here. If he can get a play, no, just tie it. No double connection there, but still a quintuple. And just like that, we're back to square one. 6 is up. Never know. Now you wonder if Brock had something in the back end too with that pluser. As Brad will get the fade over to blue. Brock now with some time to load. Brock now into the blue. Let's see what he'll do. Play cool. Brad looking for something going on right here. Nothing for Brad. Now Brock into the blue. Made the adjustment. Let's see. Nothing. So they're both going to draw back in the draw city. Who will get toppers? Brock, a guy not to light draw city. He likes to get out of it when he can and do the fades. Let's see if he's got one in the back end. But nothing here. Brad content and patient. Brad looking for something right here. Let's play cool. Brock now has the possession. If he can play to make it 2, he will go to 2, and it's a double play right there. Tries to steal possession with the red wild. Brad now will have to adapt because Brock's throwing the red wild heater. What will Brad have here in response? Brock throws the heater. Is it patience from Brad, or does he start thinking about a run to get the score back? Let's see. He'll go for the double +2, and that means Brock will have hard work to do again. +2s are iced in red, but Brock some more ammo. Brad throws the heater. Let's see what Brock will have. Does he have a red back? Remember, there is no more +2s in red, so that's going to change the style for Brock and Brad. +2s in the back door. They'll have plenty of every other color. As he goes for the classic +4, and the ammo is off the wazoo now. Brad up a possession, looking to go up 2 though. Plenty of action cards given, but possibly in return off the Monaco LaPlante combo. Let's see what it's going to be from Brad. Brad now extra ammo in the back return. Brock, a guy we talk about all the time with that mid-tier. We know he loves the 7 to 12, 7 to 10 especially. But sometimes when you get down to this 10-9 range of cards into a mid-game situation, you got to go back to what you know. Here comes Brad. He'll play a green 5 to ditto it in the LaPlante. Now Brock, can he fade off it, or does he want to continue on the greens? Brock looking to take his time right here. Think about his move carefully and cautiously. But he'll go play clean in the gun too. Here comes Brad into Chomik 8. Now the run continues. Here comes Brock. Brad's still up 2. Brock still driving back a little bit, trying to move forward. What did he get off that return of the plusers? Brock loading up here. What does he got? Plays it cool with the draw. How does Brad cope here? Brad sensing a little blood. Does Brock try a fade? Let's see. Off the 6. Let's see if he's got the fade. Let's see if Brock will have the fade, or is it bad? Brad, nope, there's the fade in the red. +2s are gone. So now Brad will have to adapt and adjust. Long game 1 here, about 10 minutes in. Both guys have thrown a lot of ammo. And Brad undercut the yellow into Steve. The undercut working, looking clean. William Brock the Rock. Does he have something in store in that yellow? He does with another +4, and the Rock throws the heat. That's triple +4 off the wazoo on the card history. Double +2 in red. A green and yellow +2 pockets gone with some reverse skip meta. Ammo out the shelves now. Brad, once again, more the same. Hard work to do all over again despite getting the lead. What will Brad have right here? He'll play it cool. Brock now, did he have any extra red? Looking at the CH, there's plenty out there. Here comes Brock. He'll play it cool into the red 4 now. Brad, is he going to match that? He'll go to the yellow, so a little undercut there from Brad. Brock may be caught napping on the yellow, or does he have a fade, or one in the tank? He'll go back to the red 4. Classic William Brock. The classic fade, the double counter, almost like a power play with the red. Does Brad have a yellow 4 though in the back pocket? Or some way to get it back to yellow on a potential isolator? Let's see. Is Brock lacking that yellow, the sunshine he needs to get to the finish with a fade? Bad Brad will draw. Now the Rock. He made the switch back to red. Does he have anything in more red? Does he have any more red? He does. He continues with the 5s, one of the first red 5s. What's it going to be now if you're Brad right here? You got to think about this 2 different ways. You got a chance to really spice the game up and try a switch, or do you play it comfortable and cool thinking, hey, does he have 4 more reds to the finish? That's what Brad's going to evaluate right here. Of course, reverse skip meta matters too. Here comes Brad. Backstage. Plays it cool. I was going to say, does Brock have a double 5, or is he just straight out now? Let's find out. No, he's got all the reds. So Brock, all the reds all of a sudden. That's what we talk about in this game. The CH allows you to check it, and Brad right now has to make hard decisions. Brock continues to roll in the reds. He'll go back to yellow. That's a safe bet, you would think, unless Brock fades it. Let's see. Did William Brock the Rock fade that? It's, oh my goodness. Nasty from back to yellow. There it is. Brad, great move. Does Brock fade it somehow again? No. The fades on fades, unbelievable what we're seeing. Both guys have used double numbers efficiently tonight, and now Brad can control it in yellow. Brock with some crazy double numbers too. Yellow 3. Let's see what will be from Brock. Nothing. Brad now controlling the pace on the yellow, but will draw back, and a lot of the ammo's being flushed. Nothing here again from WB. Ammo's starting to get flushed on the card history. Bad Brad right now starting to load up, plays a ditto of Monkey. Brock no topper to counter. Brad probably going to draw back, barring a switch. Red 3s are juiced, yellows are juiced. Only 1 blue and green remains. Let's see. Yep, there's the drawback. A lone game 1 to start us off here tonight. Remember, this is the only game of the night. Tomorrow there'll be 2 more. 1 at 10 in the morning and then 1 at 9 at night to round out the night. Tomorrow and the round. Massive implications tomorrow and the 9. There's a fade look from Brock, the green wild, and just like that Seth Cole, that's going to put another wild. I mean, 6 out of the 8 wild plus 4s and wilds used. Brad, all the hard work to do again. What will you think about this time? Let's see what it'll be. What will Brad have right here to counter? Because I'm interested in this. Brock, on the other hand, playing this one clean. Maybe a topper from Brock there right there on the back end to get Brad off his game. Let's see. Top decks are important. That's what Brock's trying to do. Shuffle the pace a little bit. Get Brad off his usual patience and rhythm. Here comes Brad. Backstage, what's he got? Taking his time, loading up when he needs to. He'll play a double into a triple, reverse combo, Goldie, Toasty, back to Zach, and now Brock. Does he have a green 2 to fade? No, but he can fade the red. Unbelievable. He still had more red. Unbelievable from Brock right there to fade. We saw that with Verigo last night, stealing a draw. How does Brad now figure this out? Here comes the skips. Brad looking for the finish in game one. The skip combo, or is it the check? It's game, and Brad, 1-0, incredibly with no +4s, gets the job done. I'm going to Brad here. Brad, not a single time you got a +4. Yet Brock didn't get a single +2. It was a crazy game of ammo. You didn't have a wild +4 a while, but what you did have was that heart of the +2s and setting at the right time. How did you stay through the grain every time Brock had a +4? How close were you to a finish? Especially when he kept throwing those wilds really to get you off your game.
I mean, like, I really was not that close to a finish, except for the end when I had all those skips and reverses. Like, there was a point where I was, like, one turn away. I had, like, ammo on every other card but the one we were on, and any switch would have won me the game. But hey, it worked.
Sometimes you better be
I was
lucky.
just saving my ammo there.
Yeah, sometimes better be lucky than good. Do you get a sense of how close that Brock fade is now? You're starting to understand because his fading is very aggressive. Thoughts on that game one?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, he got doubles twice, but the second time I also had a double number to get it to yellow.
Yeah, I mean, Brock, I'm going to go to you. You did the double. Appreciate those thoughts, but kept using the +4s. Brad kept hitting you with the +2. Do you feel those +4s were a little bit too early, or are you feeling a sense that, hey, Brad's going to play this patience game, you wanted to speed him up with those wilds? Talk me through how you had to go to the ebb and flow to figure out this long game one.
I guess, in a sense, they might have been a little bit too early, but I just did what I probably could have waited until the end to use them, and he probably still would have had something up his sleeve. So, no, I mean it's just game one, so on to the next one.
All right, it's a long. We got 9 of these, or 8 more to go potentially. All right, Brad, your call here again. It's going to be no 11. What do we got? 1 up this time. Going to be in a fun one right here. 12 cards, Toasty reverse to begin for Bad Brad. We'll see what happens here because Brad we talk about this all the time. 2 wins on the season. As you get a free really good choice here with the red reverse. You can go any way you want. 2 wins on the season for both these guys. Like I said, 8-6 coming into tour, 11-14, 11-14. But there is one X factor. Both these guys want to run it back in SL. And when you get beat up a little bit, punched a little bit in the mouth, there's a little extra chip on your shoulder compared to some of the other guys who are 0-2 as we go to Green 9. Acosta, never seen Super League. Mac, what is Super League? Ard, he had a shot. He had a small chance in 2023, but ever since then, no shot since then. This is a different scenario for both these guys, all these 3 guys. Only ones that really have sniffed in the 0-2 club, Verigold for 23, and these 2 right here. Makes things different. Brock with a fade, little fade right through the +2. Once again, Brad not getting his +4s, but Brock, he's getting all these +2s now. We'll see how that continues because Brad was getting the +2s earlier. That could change it up. Is there a fade in the back end? William Brock now looking for a green 3. Does he have a fade over that? Does he go for a ditto play? We'll see what he'll do. He threw the +2, so you got to think of fades coming at any point. Here he comes, loading in. Is there a backdoor fade coming in Brock's way? He's got a sense. There it is. There's the call, classic, in the red 2 color. But it's Brad. He got 2 freshies. You'd think he'd be able to control that. This game has the making of 2 things. 1, Brock's initial fading. And 2, how will Brad initiate the cards? Because that's going to be the key for Brad. Can he establish the color control while Brock does his massive fades early in the game? 1 up this time for WB. Here comes Brad. Into a green 6 now from Bad, and now it's going to start to go to a 2-color war. Does Brock have an undercut, though, on the 6s? To a yellow or a red? He's going to, wow, he's going to stick with the Ashley Wild, keep it 2-color. This is intriguing. Is he trying to flush Brad with a +4 or some type of action card? Nothing there from Brad, just plays it cool. Here comes Brock. Does Brock have some type of monster finish here? Let's see. He's got a double. That's it, just a double. So nothing crazy from Brock, just a double. Normally you see those wild cards on a 2-color game right here. Different type of environment from Brock, trying to maybe force Brad into another end around that he may not want. Let's see what Brad will do. He'll play it cool. Now the question is it split comic ammo for the win? Or was he just waiting for 1 color? Let's see. Here comes Brock. Is it a monster hand? Always got to think about those monster hands. He's got nothing, so he did not want to flush another color. Gives Brock a little bit more of a leaner hand on maybe the red and green now, but a little bit more of an explosive hand on the yellow and blue, and that may not be anything to trouble Brock, but it may help Brad. Yeah, it's going to help Brad if he wants it. So yellow-blue explosion from Brock, trying to fade that. Brad going for this red and green, playing a cool 2-color. There it is. I was just calling it. There's the read. Brock now opens the Pandoras up a little more into yellow, blue left. It's exactly what Brock was waiting for. That's why he threw the wild. Now Brock can run. But he can only run numbers, and that wild's the only thing in that +2 that Brock's had. Now Brad got to be feeling comfortable if he wants. Let's see. Does Bad Brad have another quad finish or a big finish to finish this off for a 2-0? No, split comic right there. No big plus finish right there, but he splits it with the blue. All 4 colors wide open. I think if you're Brock here, you're going to unleash anything you had. So let's see. But remember, he unleashed it in game 1 and he got burnt. Does he control this? That's the scenario he's got to look into. Into Ed Ziemba right here. Hard to switch off those zeros. So where does Brock find the line of control? Is it just a classic +2er? Send him back with the 1-2 jab? Or does he throw some more heat after he got burned in game 1? Brock going to initiate this one here. He'll throw the heat, and it's the +4. Holy cannoli. There we go. Red skip. Brock, the holy cannoli fade. And just like that for WB, he's looking for 3. His turn still. Let's see what he's got in the back pocket. What is this from down? This is insane from William Brock. Another +4. Unbelievable. William Brock throws another +4. He's getting close to it. But does he have an 8-bagger to cap it off? Let's see. Brock's turn again. Does he finish it off right here? No, but he threw a double +4. You don't see that every day. Brock throwing the heat. Brad with plenty of chances now, and we'll see here, because with that double +4, it's kind of the deficit. Yeah, well, exactly, Brad. Remember, the double +4, though, there's only one +4 remaining. So let's see what Brad will do. Maybe he stopped that run that Brad, yeah, +2. He may stop that run that Brock had, but Brock, though, now with 2 freshies, let's see. And he gets the fade over to red. He seems to want this red. All night, he's been asking for it. Game 1, game 2, all red, all the time. Here comes William Brock now. As Brad will play his card. You look at William Brock. If he's fading this red, you almost wonder, is he looking for an ISO back to a potential green fade towards the end with a reverse skip meta? That's what you got to look into. I think that's what Brad's diagnosing right now. So that's what he's going to do, a KT Classic. Thinking, hey, you know what, Brock, if you got more blue, so be it. He's got his own, unbelievable. The fading from William Brock is just what makes him lethal, man. He can fade out of control in the way you roll, and then he can just fade a 3 to get the check if he wants. Let's see. He won't have it here, but all it takes is one wrong number, and Brock's a check, and boom. Game is in a different area. But Brad will cover that off, and he'll draw. Not going to risk it. William Brock now will play some Draw City. Brad, content. Toppers be damned. What's it going to be from Bad Brad? Yeah, you look at what's going on now with him. Throwing this isolation, this KT Classic in a way. Even though it wasn't a straight classic that Brad and Brock did both play off it. Just isolation. Do you want to switch it back to another color you want? So Brad with a little bit of double play. Hoping there's no +1 with a 1 switch over. But it's Brock, and he's going to get a topper. So that's good from Brad. It's good from Brock. Just a classic topper. There we go. Nothing to do harm here. What will Brad do here? Does he have any more? Does he want to flip the script? Let's see. He will flip the script with some more in the tank. There's the blue 4. And Brock nothing. So Brad, he stole a possession. And just like that, Brad, if he wants to, can get this to 1 possession. Here he comes. Loading up. Looking to get this to 1. Here comes Bad Brad. Remember, the +4 is only one of them left. Who's controlling that? And Brad not going to make a move. Just play it clean. Brock will also play it clean. So that's going to mean Draw City again. Looking at this game, blue is the one color really juiced. Plenty of yellow and green to go around. +4s be damned. Wilds be damned. We've been seeing them out the wazoo. And mainly it's been for Brock. How about Brock right here? Crazy 5-1 on +4s. But Brad's got the 5+2s versus Brock's 2+2s. And then the wilds have been key for Brock as well, regular to flush Brad on any ammo. But Brad's had an answer. Here he comes again. Brad loading up. Let's see. Just draws. Brock looking for a topper. Let's see her get out of here. Can he get out of here in a clean manner? He won't. He'll play it clean. Still got 1s, 2s, 3s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, and 9s to go. Haven't seen any of those cards yet. Let's see what it will be. Brock draws. Or Brad draws. Does Brock draw again, or does he get topper? He's going to go. Yep, he's going to draw it here. Brad will switch over to the red, so he makes the break into Pier from Nam. And now Brock only up a possession. However, we talked about the red earlier. Brock wanted. Well, guess where the red is? Limited. There's not much red to go around. Numbers really just going to be the +2s that's working. The 1s, the 2s, the 3s, 6s, 7s are still out there. 1, 9, to 5. And Brad will get Brock on a +2 fade right here. Does he want to hit him? Does Brad hit him? When Brock is starting to get this ammo, does Brad have a yellow or green +2 to fire back? Remember, there's only 1+4. It could change the strategy, but there are 2 regular wilds out there. You start getting into this card history war. That's what you get when you get the lower numbers. Brad loading up. What does he do? Does he want to play it clean? He'll play it clean. Just not going to take the chance. Brock looking for the fade on the 1. Let's see. There's plenty of blues. There's a blue and yellow 1 out there. And he'll just, well, no need for the 1. He'll get the topper. So there we go. Brock gets the topper, keeps that advantage cleaner at 6th, or 3 possessions up, 6-9 combo. Here comes Brad. He'll play the 0 sugar. Brock, does he have a 0 sugar fade? This is Brock. You never know. You never know William Brock on a green, yellow, blue fade. It's the fade. Yellow, 0 sugar. There's the clean look. And just like that, WB over the drip. The drip drop special. Double play. Into Yoshi, into Acosta. Let's see what will be here from William Brock. Now, looking at the card history, I got to think about it. I'm just studying this well. Why you make the break to yellow right there if you're William Brock, you think about 2 things. 1, you haven't... No, nothing from Brock. Is he trying to get Brad into a reverse psychology? Hit me with that last green progression, because there's only one reason you make that yellow break. It's that progression to green. I don't know if Brad's going to fall for that. He won't. He'll play it clean. Will Brock have a way to get to green right here naturally? Let's see what will be from Brock. Or Brad, excuse me. Brock right now, he's going to hope that Brad switches over to that green. And Brad's going to draw. So both guys are hesitant on this green. What will Brock get off a topper? It's really about controlling the throttle and controlling the pace here so far. There's a topper. Well, that's William Brock, man. If you ain't going to do anything, I'll do something for you. You just have 4 just like that. Topper gets used. Here comes Brock. Starting to do a little pre-type. Brad now, they're starting to get aggressive with these pre-types. What will Brad have right here in response? +2 heaven. And just like that, there's the green Brock was hoping for. However, Eva, we're flushed down the green +2s and the blue +2s. It's only yellow +2 and red. And we know Brock can't throw anything with the +2s. There's 1 +4 lurking. What's it going to be from Brock here? Regular wilds still out there. Brock had the early 2 +4s to get the 12-3 combo with the lead. But Brad has rallied back just like that. And he goes back to yellow. What a move from Brock. The Rock. Is it the right number, though? Brad looking for the finish. Nope. The finish. Looking to go back to the green with the 5. No. What a move. But Brock with the green 5 feed. Are you kidding me? William Brock, the aggression is off the wazoo tonight. Are you kidding me with that? Brock just said, you can get the green. No worries. You got to be serious right here, man. It gets Brad juiced. Oh, my God. And Brock now can run the greens. That is what you call next level right there. Oh, my goodness. Looking at this game right here on my OBS, it says 16:30 on the clock. We've just passed game 1. We are flying half hour into this match, and these guys have been putting it. Brock now will have to adjust to Brad's fade to the 3 and the red, but it is still enough for Brock. He still has more. Brock, still more red. This is crazy. Just once again, looking at this, where's the options for both guys? And if you're thinking, if you're Brad right here, was it an ISO play? Because there's only the 6 and 7. It was an ISO. It was an ISO, and now both guys will go to draw city looking for toppers. Brad draws. Here comes Brock. What will it be from Brock the Rock? Playing it clean, drawing it back. And that's a great fade from Brock, though, with the reverse skip meta. He did a great job controlling that. What's it going to be from Brad now? He'll draw again. Brock the Rock draws city so far. And it's going to continue to be this way. What a game so far. Half hour. Both guys have put on a show. A clinic of fading, a clinic of ammo, and neither one's giving an inch. Brock, you would think right here in a spot to fade when he needs to. He's been fading at will. Is there a fade back to a yellow? It's a plus. There it is. That's it for the plussers. The Rock is throwing the last +4, and Brad, 3-1 the +4s this game. Out +4. We'll have to find a way again. Brock just throwing him at will. No hesitation, but this time I like that +4. The green +2s are juiced. So now Brock off the green. What will he do? He'll fade into blue. That's WB, baby. That's just William Brock. Caution to the wind. What's faded? You got to know Brock. He'll have some type of green at some point to fade and loop back it in. It's just how he plays. He knows how to loop it back in and catch people off the guards. What will it be from Brock here, though? He went to the blue. What's he got? CH says there's nothing really left cooking on the blood in the 5. So there we go. There's the 5s and the 6s. There's a 7 out there. Let's see what Brad will have now. Does Brad have a way to get out of this? And that's the thing. Can he get it back to that green, maybe? Or green or even red that Brock was lurking off? Brad plays a safe wild blue. And it's going to work. That is insane from Brad right there. A KT Classic on a next level thinking or something in the water right there from Brad. That is an unbelievable next level play.
He always takes his routine grounder, and Strider faces the minimum in the bottom of the 3rd.
Well, that's what we just found out right there. Thanks, Brock. Little routine KT Classic as we go to the bottom of the 2nd in this match. That's funny. All right, we'll see what Brock will have here, because there's not much out there left with any color. And ammo's juice. There's only one wild and a +2 combo pockets in red and yellow. Here comes Brock. What does he have? We have 7s. We have 2s. We have 1s. Singles. You there, Brock? There we go. There we go. There's the 5. Yeah, that's juicing the 5s. It really is going to come down to who can fade it the best. I think now with the ammo juice, it's going to be who saves a little bit at the end and who can fade a number, because that's all we're looking at here when the ammo gets juiced. If you're just joining us at home, it's been a crazy game so far. Both guys have been just incredibly locked in. Incredibly locked in. Brock has had everything under the sun with the +4s, and Brad's had to fight every ounce of battle. And there's a 6. So once again, just winding down those numbers. Brad going to go for the yellow 6 fade. There is that 1 +2 out there, though. In that yellow and red. Who's got it? Who doesn't? Brock plays the yellow 9. What's it going to be from Bad Brad here? +2. There it is. That's it for the +2s in yellow. There's that red +2s. You want to connect it? No. So only 1 pluser left. Everything exhausted except a couple reverse skips, which are in green and red, and 1 in blue with the reverses, and then just regular wild left. It's Juice City. The batteries are juiced. Almost everything. Low battery on ammo. Brock 2-color strategy early in the game with that red wild, which we saw, but ironically, that was just a way to get off the other 2 colors. Here comes Brock the Rock. Plays it 1 down. Brad trying to go up 2-0. Brock looking to get this back to a more sustainable 1-1. They run the colors now. There's the yellow. Now it's a guessing game of what you have when you get this low. And for this, it's the 1s and the 2s, really, and the 6. There's the 2s. It's going to be those 1s and 2s and the 6. Everything else is juiced. 3 as well. There's 1 3 out there working in yellow. There's the 3. We're juicing again. 5 on 5. Here comes Brock. What's it going to be? Let's see what it'll be. Brock drawing. Now Brad, does he have the rest of the yellows? It's the one thing I'm looking at here. Does he have the rest of these 1s and 2s and the 6s? He's got to think carefully. And he's looking maybe at a potential. It's a small potential reverse skip meta play. There is that lurking out there with the reverse skip meta, because we do have a yellow, green, or green, red, and blue out there with the reverse skip meta. But it's a 6 combo right there. Brock, does he have a fade? No. Brad, does he have any more yellows in the back? And it's going to have to be the 1s and 2s I was talking about. Ridiculously long game. This might go over 25. There's the 1s. Is it Brad again with the 1-2 combo? Buckle my shoe on the yellows. He's looking to get this down to deuce. If not, a potential regular wild. Let's find out. He'll go to green. He'll fade it. So now, no +2s. It's natural. It's natural right here. Let's see. What does Brock have? Did he save some reverse skip meta? Is there that last wild out there for Brock? Ridiculous game so far. And there's the reverse skip meta, and Brock throws the finale on the +2s. And that's it for the +2s and plusers. We are juiced. And he's going to just draw. Great move. There's no +2s coming. That's the perfect +2 draw. There's nothing coming at this point. It's just, can there be a potential red in the back door for Brad? That's all there's left. And it has to be a 2 or a 6 or a 7. He's got the 6. So let's see what Brock will do. There's not much left out there. We have juiced this deck in a half. There's the 7. So does this Brad have a 2 or a 7? This is unbelievable, folks. We have seen next level gameplay. Who's got that last red card? It's really, we know what they have in their deck now. That's it for Brad. He'll juice the final wild. Bad Brad has juiced it, and now for Brock, the only thing remains is just number efficiency. What will Brad have for the win right here? Is it the combo to finish it off and get a wild 25-plus game winner with the reverse skip meta? or is it a regular number to get the check? Brad's got to think this one through. There's the skip meta. There's the Uno, and it's Brad up 2-0. I don't even know where to begin with this game. Ridiculous. I mean, Brock, I have to go to you here, man. You threw those early +4s. I mean early +4s. What was the theory behind the double +4, the double stack early? Were you trying to get him off the game, maybe flush some ammo, or could you have saved one? Talk me through that first. Brock?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
You had the double +4 right there, man. And you really just couldn't find a little bit of rhythm. You had everything under the sun. Were you trying to go for the double +4s to flush more of his ammo potentially? Or did you want to stack it, just send him back to packing?
I don't know. I just did everything. I just did everything I could.
I got you. No worries there. Brad, I was going to ask with that KT class. I had to think that it had been a yellow, maybe some nerves, or a green. I was thinking, or yeah, red. Excuse me. But how did you fight through the renaissance of his action cards, man? You were just, that was incredible, man. You just had to fight through every +4. Every time you were close, he found a way. Do you think the number efficiency using that card history, I was saying on the broadcast, using some of that good stuff really allowed you to be clean with it? Talk to me through just how you got through that. That was crazy.
I mean, I just you looking for the next way to win. I don't know. You just have to keep finding it. Eventually, you're gonna get something where he can't have. He didn't have the last +4, fortunately.
Right.
Eventually, you will find a way if you play it right, and that's what I did.
You think those double number stacks are key for your game here tonight, Brad? Because Brock's the master fan. You think stacking those double numbers, if you can find them, are almost becoming a pseudo power play, especially when you're playing Brock? Talk me through that.
I mean, yeah, definitely. I got them twice here, and I got that one to game 1. It's definitely part of the strategy. You always have to consider it because it's pretty helpful when you can just undo their switch. It's really nice to have that.
It really is. It's a nice pseudo power play. We'll go to game 3 here. It'll be Brock's turn. I do see Yoshi. I don't know if he's going to help, but let's go to Brock. Brock, you can't do anything here, my friend. What do you think? You can't do anything. Free board, but you got to figure something out. Do you go to the 7 to 10? Let us know. What are we thinking for game 3? It's been a crazy one. What's the cards?
Let's go with 10.
All right, here we go. That's what we're thinking. Buddy, you helping out tonight? I'm sorry about that. I was so locked in.
Yeah, I saw that no one else was here, and I was like, yeah, I'll help.
All right, but let me just. I got to turn you down. What the heck?
What? Yoshi?
Bro, I'm sorry. That's on me. I'm trying to turn it. You're too loud now.
Just never the same.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I got to turn you. You're loading up the OBS here. Say something again.
Okay, game 3.
Yeah. Wait. You're blasted on YouTube. Hold on. Try again.
Oops. Okay, how about now?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I don't want to have that problem. We're good to go. Now start her up. All right, let's get it going. We'll start with the DJ5. Brock's turn here, trying to get this to 2-1. Brad, we're going to go up 3. Remember, one power play night. There's no 2.
Right.
What have you seen so far? I'll let you. I mean, you were just kind of you didn't see game 1. You were spectating that one. Thoughts on the series so far? I'll let you kind of get a couple minutes here.
Yeah, I was watching game 2. The pace. It's definitely about the patience, and also, at least for Brad, he knows he has to be patient when he plays against Brock because you don't know what he's going to fade or what he's going to try and do at the end, and you have to really think about it. Trying to force him to draw so you can kind of then start playing into your own strategy.
Yeah, Brad, right now you look at this and say patience game, but Brock, what is patience? There is no. He's fading. He's controlling every single color. I'm going to throw a double +4. Whatever happens, be damned. That's what he's going to do right here to start getting things a little bit off kilter for Brad. Brad, let's see if he can see the throw on his screen. Here comes Bad Brad now. Looking to load up right here on the back end. Does he have
You're looking for
Go for it, yes.
you're looking for that looking for something here. Oh, it's a ditto.
That's an open invitation right there if you're Brock to fade it. And I called it.
Oh, okay.
Open invitation. You're going to do that double fade? I'm going to fade it. That's just how it is with Brock, man. You do a ditto, I'm double fading on you. That's just William Brock. No attack, no chance. One plate of blue, keeping it clean.
Okay. +2.
+2 from Brock. And, well, sometimes there's an old adage, right? You may not get the hand you need off the start in the first 2 games. Well, the difference is every single hand has been solid for Brad. Let's not forget he had a heaving helping of +4s in the first 2 games. He's been all fire with that. Brad's had to play from behind every single time tonight. This is nothing new. He's been playing from behind all day. Cat and mouse, while Brad is the mouse. Brock's the big cat trying to chase him down.
Yeah, I mean, Brock definitely isn't afraid to send players back to a large amount of cards, throwing out those +2s, +4s. But Brad, I mean, he's been able to figure out what to do against that. So Brock's going to maybe try something a little bit different. Here's this. Ooh, okay. From the yellow with scripts.
Well, that's just opening up Pandora's. So we'll see if Brock has a fade. So he's undercutting that fade, thinking, okay, maybe Brock had 1 extra blue in the reserve tank. Let me undercut that, see how it takes me. Not a bad decision up 2-0. Let's see. But Brad is now starting to get some ammo and starting to get some momentum. Here comes Bad Brad. +4
Oh,
here.
my goodness.
Well, this will be from way downtown. Here he comes, looking for 4. This is a finish from Brad. We have not seen a quick plan A game all night. Brad loading up. This is a humongous run from Bad.
Yeah.
That's it. Gotta be Shirley, right? This is Bad Brad.
Yeah, he's found the hands this time. Oh yeah.
That's nasty.
Another
there it is.
+4.
Nasty work right there. As soon as you start talking, the game is starting to get quicker. That's how it works. That's funny.
Me, yeah.
That's kind of funny, man. Oh man. Well, Brad, I guess you can blame that one on Yoshi that time. Crazy hand. I don't got anything to say. That was just easy pickings right there. I don't got anything. Brock, did you have anything to counter that, or was it just the +2? I don't got anything there, buddy.
I mean, I did get a red reverse,
Okay.
and after the +4, but if he had all those reverses and +2s afterwards, then
Nah, you had nothing you could
there
do. Yeah.
wasn't really anything I could do.
No, that's a game where we're moving on. There's nothing to say about that. You just got a wild and a car. Yeah. Nothing really to add right there. We're moving on. That's just a case of Brock couldn't do much there. All right, Brock, your call again, buddy. Still your free board. What do we got for game 4? Trying to get a win here. Of course, never finished.
Let's go with 8.
Well, this is what Brock needs, right? We talk about William Brock all the time, 7-10. 7-8, that's where he lives, and now Brad's going to have to adjust from this higher stuff.
Brad doing that J Money line.
That's a Kobe Bryant line, but it is that's all. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Everyone uses that, but job's never finished. I'll tell you right now. And let's not forget, this was Bad Brad who won this tournament 1 year ago. We talk about the parity in this league as we go to a Green 5. It's crazy. We have seen everybody do well. Congratulations to some people making Acosta, Matt Johnson, Ard, Gold. And these people have been nowhere all season. Just like that, they make a run. It gives hope to the other people. Brad now will throw a pluser.
Ooh.
Is Brad feeling confident? Because he just juiced the +2s in green. Just like that. The bot and him.
Yeah, you're up 3-0. You know that
Power play.
You
too.
can't.
Yep.
Yeah, you know that you gotta try something different, and because eventually they'll start figuring out what you're doing.
We'll see. Let's see what Brock will have here.
Oh wow, not
Just
much,
nothing,
but
no, nothing at all. Leaves it open. Does Brad have a skip to be aggressive now?
he could, but
Nah.
he's not going to.
Extra in the fuel tank. Okay. Extra in the fuel tank. Playing it clean.
Can look for that. Maybe looking for that one potentially.
Does Brock want to fade it right here? Let's see. He's known for this. And with 8 cards, you can feel more confident knowing there's not much. But he's going to play it cool, so he's going to want Brad to do the fading first. But if you're Brad, you're up 3-0. You got the room to fade. You now can almost play that Brock style if you choose to, and he won't hear, but he can.
Oh, he's not going to. Yeah.
That's the beauty of being up. You can play more aggressive. And that's the thing when you're up sometimes. You lay your foot off the gas, and that's how you start losing games.
Right.
Topper right there from Brock. Nothing crazy. Into a red. There we go. That's what I was saying. At some point, Brad's going to say, you know what, it's time. And not the worst fade as well, because red and green are synonymous in colors we've seen all night. So use a little of those trends. But Brock will undercut.
Here comes Brock.
Yeah, this is the classic undercut. Here comes Brad, though. You got to think he'll have something because it's an undo. Yep, undercut. Here comes William Brock now. Into the yellow. What does he got?
Yeah, does he have something in the tank on yellow?
Brock looking to rock the tank in yellow, or does he play it clean? Or does he have a fade again, which is crazy?
Oh.
Another fade. And this time, double Yoshi into Carson into Ed. This is opening up the last progression of the colors, though. This gives Brad a lot of momentum if he had saved the blue. Let's see.
Yeah, and Brad's been able to play
aggressive.
clean for the most part, so definitely could have blue.
Yeah, Brock is starting to sense the aggression's got to be picked up right here. And I understand where he's coming from, but this is a heater right here. Does Brad have this would be a capper off the blues right here. We'll find out.
Yeah, I feel like you got to be calculated with the way you are aggressive, and I think here it depends. Like, it depends on what Brad does, but like, this definitely is a solid play, trying to bring it down back to even, knowing that you got to start putting that pressure on when getting low.
Let's see what Brad will do right here. He's loading up, thinking this one through.
Oh,
Is that it?
it might be, but no, it's not.
Check.
Okay.
But what a crazy save from Brad. I mean, he may have been it if he would have power play, but he didn't power play. So Brock plays it cool.
Well,
Brad for the 4-0.
yeah, another yellow?
No, he
No.
would have power played. I mean, you would think the power play would have been right there.
Yeah, fair enough.
Unless he's looking for a topper, and sometimes you can get a topper on the back end. Let's see. Just get the check and see if Toasty cracks style. Let's see.
Yeah, we've seen it work many times before.
Doesn't have to be a +4 either. It can just be a regular wild and get him in check, and that's the beauty.
Could be
with
the
it now.
8.
8, yeah. Well, 8 wouldn't be a topper. That'd be a fade. That'd be something though. That's to win the game. This is just to get the check. Let's see if he's got the topper right here. I'll put 20 on it. Topper is something to get the check. Let's find out. Let's see. Let's see what Brad will do right here. Or he's thinking about that power play too, because you're right, the 8 number efficiency. It's risky. Did I not call that? I said that red wild, man. He was thinking about that power play topper. These reads are freaking ridiculous. But Brock's gonna have a chance. Brad did not want to use the power play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the +2.
It's gonna bite him. Yeah, because we hadn't seen a single red. I'm interested in why he didn't want to use it there, but it doesn't matter because Brock had a pluser, and now it's going to be a case of what does Brad get off the toppers? Nothing, and that may have cost them the win. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, what does Brock have now? Because he's been able to play these reds down
boy.
to 2.
That missed power play from Brad just shifted momentum. But we had landed on an 8 earlier. Does Brad have a fade off the 8? No. Brock for check.
Let's see. Can he get there? Oh my goodness. Wow. He got away with that.
He got away with the call out. Brock the check, and Brad misses the call out into his own car. Brock to get a 3-1, and he gets some momentum back on that 8. No.
Oh, wow.
Wait a minute. Surely you think
he maybe wanted it.
No, I think he wanted the yellow. I think he got undercut in the yellow, so Brad can run the blue when he wants now. At will.
Yeah, with his own card? Oh, no, he draws.
He could have ran it at will. Brock looking for a topper. He got it.
There it is.
Well, now it's going to be the 6. We've seen Brock, and the last number has been keep. But can Brock keep it on the 6 with Brad an undercut strat?
Yeah, Brad thinking.
He
play another blue.
Undercut with the 8. Is that safe? Is it the 8 from Brock? No, so that's going to be safe. And now Brad, he has control on drawing back if he wants.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of 8s, and I think wasn't a bad play there.
Not a bad play at all from Brad. Brock, Topper City, though. He's known for some +4 top decks. Wouldn't be shocked if that's a check!
That's the second top deck being a wild for one of these guys.
But no fade there. No power play this time. Just going to play it natural. GG says
Yeah.
Brad, and Brad's going to think about that power play he could have played to go up 4-0 and saves it. Brock gets the win, no power play needed, and now he's back in the game. Brad, I got to go to you. No power play on the red wild. Why there? Was that a case you just wanted to save it, or could you have just taken the 4-0? Talk me through it.
Yeah, I just wanted to save it because I heard it's still another game. Who knows what'll happen? Like, I could use that when it's less likely that I'll get to win. Because you kind of want to save it. You don't know where you're less likely. Because yeah, I got unlucky there with having the red +2, but there's scenarios where I'm less likely to be able to pull off the run to the end. If it was 2 number cards or something.
Right. So you're just thinking the analytics there. I got you. The +4 was a great read right there. Did you have a potential backdoor if we had kept it yellow when you pulled that +4? Or was that just a perfect time and you needed to go back to a red recycler and you just couldn't get that last red card from the red 3 off the last card you played there into the green 3 for Brock? I'll show you. Get you here. What was that recycle here? Was that a recycle? Just needed one more red. That last progression would have finished it off. I'll turn it. Brock? Brad?
Me or him?
No, Brad. That red 3. Did you have an extra red progression that you couldn't get rid of?
Yeah, I had one more red card.
Gotcha. I had a feeling.
From there.
Yeah, I was thinking in my head. Brock, humongous win. May have saved the series. Talk to me through this game because you were batting an eye the whole game. You threw a little bit of a quadruple play to yellow reverse, blue reverse 0. Did that change momentum and flip the script? Because it basically flushed the progression. That one progression read you had. If you don't make that move, Brad's going to probably finish it. Talk to me about that one save that gave you the win to get some momentum here and keep the series alive.
Well, I was just hoping that, Brad didn't have any power cards, and thankfully he didn't, at least at that point. So yeah, it's just one win. Hopefully I can catch up to him.
All right, well, we'll keep it rolling here. And that's what we're really going to see, Yoshi. It's going to be the aggression from both players, and we'll see how it goes. See Fitzwater in the chat. It's good to see him. Let's move on to Game 5. Brad, it's back to you, buddy. 10, 11, 12 is juiced. What are we looking here for game numero 5? What do we got?
I already know. 13.
Yes, sir, baby. I knew it was coming. Put it in the chat. 13 now. Let's get her going. Poppin' Biles, the G6 to start us off.
Well, I've arrived and school's in session.
Oh, Fitzwater is here in the building. Well, we got Yoshi, Fitzwater. I'll go to both of you when I can. Yoshi, what are you seeing so far as Brad draws right here? Because we talk about the power play. It's a unique thing. Let's face it. If Brock don't get that win, it's 4-0. If he pulls the power play,
Yes.
Now the momentum is shifted. Now Brock has a little momentum and a lot of aggression. Thoughts on now the mentality shift if you're Brock? Because if you can stay on the foot on the throttle and save that power play to the end, you might have a chance to get this to 8 or 9. Talk me through it.
Yeah, I think the sooner you get a win after like being on a losing streak, the better, right? And now you have more leverage. And although Brad is still one game away from that check position back to kind of the same, pressure that you would have been if you were down 4-0, 4-1, not much different, but it still could make a big difference. Because you don't know how the rest of the games are going to go. You really have to take any game you can, trying to bring it back before they get to that that fifth win. But right now, they still need 2 more wins, and
Brock taking his time here. Wow, that's a shock.
Yeah,
so William Brock either has a really stacked hand, or he's really thinking this one through. He's aggressive here. My goodness. All caps from WB. You can't. He's waking the bull. That's the thing. You've awakened the bull on this.
To be fair, KT, sorry to interrupt, but to be fair, I don't know what Brad just did. I think it's a cardinal sin right off the bat to draw right out of the gates. That's kind of risky. We'll have to ask Brad about that after the fact.
Stealing a draw. Either doesn't have a good hand or he's trying to steal a draw. Fits 100%. That's the only reason why you do that when you're trying to steal something. Let's see.
Yeah, you try one of those interesting strategies to just be like, I want to see what you do, Brock. I don't want to play right now.
Well, not even Brock. Off the first turn, you're just seeing what the bot gives. It's not even Brock. That's just what does the bot got.
That too, yeah, that as well.
Yeah, I agree with you, Yoshi, about that. It might have been a strategy, but it was playing Brock. I would never draw right out of gates. That's just my opinion, but I don't know. We'll see what happens from here on out. And I will say this. If Brock's hiding some +2s, be scared.
Well, he's letting the rep. And Brad, let me tell you, he's not that far away from the old Seattle Seahawks area in the world. Right? He knows the 12th man. The 12th man's the bot here tonight. He might have a trick up the sleeve with the bot, but Brock now on the red wild, he's going to go aggressive. That's what he wants. Brock, if he sees the gap, he always goes for it. Fade or be fade.
For sure.
Oh, there's the +2. The reads are in session, baby, all day.
I will reiterate what Brad did. Either he had nothing or Brock gave him nothing. That's my hunch.
I'm thinking he's got nothing, but I think he's also trying to steal a draw. Or he's got a monster hand, and he's trying just to play the patience game and maybe just get one connector he's looking for. But I think he don't have a hand right now, and he's hoping Brock throws everything. Has to be one of those scenarios for sure.
Yeah. It's funny, like, you can get that early draw, and that ends up being like a +4, but I think, obviously I don't think Brad was doing that, but sometimes it happens just when you go for a weird draw right off the bat sometimes. But yeah, this is switching to green.
This is crazy from Brad. He's basically just going caution to win. There's Brad with the undercut.
Pandora's
open. It's Fitz. I think it's starting to turn into more of a freak show right here. Both guys they're throwing caution to the wind now. The switching's going crazy, and both guys are on the limit. Fitzwater had said the +2s from Brad. We saw one of them, but does Brad have an answer? Reverse skip meta is always lurking for an end around to get Brock ISO'd. Question is, where do you ISO? That's the problem. Brock might have all 4 colors. He's known for this.
Yeah. Keeps going on the yellow.
Either that or Brad's hiding a blue.
Brad hiding a blue. You know what? Not the worst read because it is the right read. That's not even the word. It is the right read. Brock undercut him with that red wild, 100%. Plus 4.
Ooh,
There's
okay,
the
here's the plus
read.
4.
The reading is unbelievable. Oh my goodness.
Yep, and plus 6.
Fitz, you and me, buddy. Let's open up that school.
I had a hunch that Brad had a blue.
Oh,
Now,
hold the phone, no,
with
Fitz.
all that, Brock might Brock might got Arsenal.
He's going right up. Brad, beautiful. Back to blue. Ice cap that right there. How does Brock respond? But it's Brock. He might have one in the tank.
You might have a 5 again.
Well, either a 5 or he might just run the blue here. If you go undercut the red or green, red or yellow, you're risking it all here. But it's Brock. Yeah, I was gonna say reverse.
Okay, yeah, it keeps
extra
blue.
in the tank. Gotta have one. Now Brad, we'll see what he can do. Now Brad's starting to think, okay, I missed that opportunity with the power play earlier, and he draws here. But I will say, whatever he had off that initial get-go off the draw, that game 1, or this prior game, he starts to think, okay, if we turn this into an ammo war, how much more draw city do I need to get the leverage to win the game? That's what he's thinking. For Brock, it's just keep being aggressive. Foot to the floor, keep running the colors when you can, but switch when you need to.
Yeah, plays his own. Oh nope, Brock plays Brad's card, and it's a draw.
Draw action right there. Fitzwater, go for it.
I basically think what Brad's doing, he's just lining everything up for maybe some Arsenal. Because I do not think he has any more blue. This might be a crazy read on my part, but I think he might have a +4 in some other color besides blue if he doesn't have any more or not.
+4 other color. I'll write that down. I'll chalk it up. Let's see. At this point, if he does, it has to be off a draw city. I'll throw 50 on it. I'll say I'm gonna have to assume it would have to be the yellow. I think you would throw the yellow. You fade the yellow off the blue, and you're hoping that Brock gets to the yellow. We'll find out though. Here comes Brock, and here comes Brad. Now into the blues. Brad with a topper. What will Brock do? We talked about the fading. This is where he's gonna look into it right here. We start to understand this bot meta. It's different every game. We understand that. But both guys have been able to play this pressure-packed Uno here, and you wonder where it could go from here.
Yeah, both at 6. Brock looking to take the lead. Let's see, does he play play another blue? Maybe switching. Oh, it's just a double actually.
Unless Brock undercut a green or a red. I mean, I've seen that happen before.
If he undercut the green, I'm gonna flip my mind because there were times where he should have played the green. So if he undercuts it right here, that is some crazy next level psychology from Brock. Let's see. Let's find the answer. Did he undercut the green or red off this fade on the 1? Let's find out. Survey says. Let's see what he plays.
Yeah, I mean that play, you'd think he switches, but it's Brock. He might just play another blue.
Here comes Brock. Is it the green red? No, we're all wrong. It's the but that is insane because even that there's no single point. Now this gives Brad new life because if that yellow is working with the plusers, it's back and forth now. Really, who's got the +2 or the reverse skip meta to get to the finish is going to happen, and are getting close.
Yeah, if Brad is truly saving a run here, this might be the time to use it.
There's the reverse skip meta. There it is. There's the green. Brad looking to get this into a quad play.
Oh yeah. There it is.
Oh, he left it open, but on a skip.
Just to get out of that yellow.
Wow, this is just like yesterday's game all over again. I'm thinking of might have been gold. Yeah, gold. He did the same thing and drew.
I can't believe this.
I don't know what this mindset Brad is on this one, but boy, that's cardinal sin and risky. But it can come back to not harm him. It might be
wait a
advantage.
minute. You're going into what?
Okay, I mean,
he going back to yellow after Brock just. This is confusing.
so wait, they're both at 3.
I didn't have that on my bingo card.
No, he's got to have a +4. This might be Fitzy's
Does Brad
+4.
need yellow to win, though?
No, this has to be the Fitzy +4 read, right? Surely you wouldn't go back to yellow if you just. Oh, this is crazy.
If it's saying a +4, then I don't know what it is.
I am with Fitzy. I don't know why you make that move unless it is the +4 or some type of pluser to send Brock packing back. Let's see the read. Here we go. What a crazy move from Brad. If you're just joining and you saw that sequence. He gets out of the green, goes back to yellow, tries to trip Brock up. Is it the... What is going on?
Oh, my God.
What is this
Insane
strategy?
5.
This might be one too many. Is this what Brock needs? He goes back to yellow!
This might be one too many for all of us to digest.
I'm not sure what's
Okay.
going on here.
Somehow I think Brad could still win if he has a +4.
This would be insane.
Yeah.
This would be insane if he has the +4 now, but I don't even know anymore, man. That was an insane sequence. No, he doesn't.
my
It's Brock's
God.
card. Is this game for Brock, though? It is, and Brock 3-2. I think Brad outdid himself. Brad, two things. Fitzy, you got a question? Go ahead. Fitz?
Start 1. What were you thinking drawing to start off that hand?
I
And
had nothing.
second of all,
No,
now hold on,
nothing.
I got another
No.
question. This is a two-parter. Second part, why draw if you had all the skips? Did you not have anything else to go
No, I
on?
didn't.
No.
I could have drawn this. I had to draw on the start because I just had to skip,
Right, I knew that.
and then when I switched to green, I had to, because I wanted to play the green too, because my last card was yellow.
Oh, wow. So you just got beat to the punch then, Brad. Because I get where you're going with that. You're basically banking on him. Okay, we haven't played green. No way he's got a green contender, but he played that fade wild, to where you're thinking, okay, he's playing the fade wild. He must have yellow to the finish, but he just outsmarted you on the. You got to say fair play in a way, because
Yeah,
at
I
that
played
point,
really well.
no, that's nothing Brad did wrong. That's just ridiculous level of thinking from Brock. And I thought it was the only way Brad maybe has a shot winning that game, and it's a stupid thing. You don't think about this. Double yellow 5, all you do right there is, okay, let Brock play the yellow 5. You draw, right? Then you let him play it again, then you go back to red, but then it just turns to an ISO war. So that's next level. I think both guys did a great job. Brad, the only thing I guess I would answer back to you, do you think with this kind of game now shifting momentum, do you have to be vigilant on his fake wilds? Because that's something that's starting to really, really favor Brock, or these quick fade wilds that are starting to get you off a little bit.
Oh yeah, definitely. And yeah, I was hoping on that +2 that would throw him off and he'd get something that he couldn't just run to the end. Oh well.
Yeah, and I get it. Brock, once again, man, those fake wilds, you're not trying to finish the game. Just getting your opponent off kilter is working. Talk to me about the sequence right there and how you're able to save the yellow and let him cook. Was the double 5 the difference at the end? Because ultimately that game, it was the fake wilds that are just starting to put pressure on Brad to use some of his ammo. Talk me through that one.
Yeah, I would say the yellow 5s were kind of the whatever you just said, but but yeah, the yellow 5s did help. You know, it's amazing to me that he went for the fade after I played that first yellow 5, because after then I could just switch back and hope they wouldn't switch to another color again, and thankfully he didn't, and that was really all I needed.
Well, this has been a crazy game. We got the answer. I had a feeling Brad didn't have anything else to say. You wouldn't be drawing unless you had nothing. You're just waiting for that connector. That happens all the time. I get it. I'm just now curious to see how this is going to work here for Brad because he's been playing really good, but he gets one more home start. Yoshi, it's been a crazy game. We'll go to Brad here. Brad, no 10, 11, 12. What's the start going to be? Last one for Brad for a little bit. He's trying to get this up to 4-2. Brock trying to even the series. Everybody's won so far. 14 in the building, on the road. Here we go. Oh, actually, no. Brad won a one home game, right? He won a home game with Brock Stamp. Still, Brad, it's been a game of runs. Regardless, now, here comes Brad looking to try to get it back. And now, Yoshi, you got to wonder if you're Brock. You're starting to settle in. That missed power play, sure, it could be 4-0 right now if you look back at that moment. But now it's 3-2. Brock is feeling confident. He's faded power plays before. This is starting to turn into a game where I don't think he's fading it tonight. He's starting to sense blood in the water. How does Brad try to rebound? Because the momentum is shifted as we go for a ditto.
For sure. I mean,
with the Clint Green there.
Yes, sir.
Oh, whoa! He didn't play the green too, actually.
No, it was a typo.
You typed the wrong number.
Yeah, typo,
Okay.
yeah. It would have registered. That's a typo. But keep going.
Oh yeah. Because I noticed he also typoed the playing the card at all, so I was curious about that. But
Well, we'll see
I do think. Ooh, okay. Switching.
We'll see how it goes here. Fitz, your thoughts on that? Your thoughts on that, though, with just the fades and some of these plays what both guys are doing, what Brad's looking at here, right here, because he goes for a ditto. It's really just the aggression that he's got to control with Brock's crazy control of the fades in every color. Talk me through that. Wait for Fitzwater to say something. All good. Might be a little busy. Fantastic. All right, we'll go to Brad.
No, ditto.
We'll go for the yellow 5 now. And Brad's going to... Now he's fading. Oh, man. This
Interesting.
Brock, you're going to open the invitation, though, right? If you fade it, Brock going to fade it right back. It's just... This is scary, man.
I think he opened the door. I think he literally opened the door for Brad.
Oh, boy.
That's what I think.
You think he opened the door for Brad?
Oh, my goodness.
Well, it didn't open the door, and now Brock is starting to sense momentum shift because all of a sudden, this game was 3-0. That power play, sure you don't play it there, but now all of a sudden, Brock is starting to play the aggressive style. How does Brad try to rally? He's got to settle in here. He's got to settle in.
And once again, Brad not having much on green. Like, this is...
It's the bot meta, man.
Interesting.
It's the bot meta. See what Brock will have right here. Brock fighting like an animal here to get this into a best of 3.
Oh, wow.
That's
And
gonna
gets
open
back
the
to
door.
yellow.
It's going to open the door, though, for Brad if he's got anything.
Yeah, he's got to at least play a number. I mean, yeah.
0 sugar. It's good taco. A yellow 0 here from Brad. Plays it cool, but Brock is starting to smell it right here. He's sensing some blood in the water. Momentum is shifting. What's he got? Got to think here too, Fitz. The early games, he had all the ammo.
Yeah, with a momentum shift, if I was...
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, well, never mind. Wow.
Yeah, Brock is putting the heat on Brad.
That's full of ammo. If I was Brad right now, I would use the power play with the ammo or do the ammo without it.
No power play, man. Yeah, he ain't going to throw it now. He didn't throw it on a red wild. He ain't going to throw it now.
He's got to go full ammo here if I was Brad.
I agree with the full ammo.
Full ammo. He's got to have this game to tie it at even.
He won't tie it even, but he will send Brock packing with the 2+2 right there. Let's see if he's got another one. Or he's going to play.
Yeah, looking for another one, yeah.
There it is. Well, there's the read. Good read there. It's now a one-possession game. Brad only down possession. Brock will be up 2, though, because it's plenty of ammo back.
Just gonna play this on green now. We saw Brad drawing this earlier, but he's again runs out.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw everything at the kitchen sink. I get it. You have to.
Oh
but
my
he
God!
gets
Brock with the
jailbroken.
7.
He jailbreaks Brad. I mean, that's just Brock, man. He's gonna live and die by this. He doesn't. He's the assassin of just switch it over and hope you crack. That's just what he wants you to do. Brad's gonna try to chip away at this gap. He's juiced on green. That's the thing, though. I think that's why Brock's confident in the switching. That's why he's confident. He's confident because he knows Brad is juiced on green. It gives more open avenues.
Yeah, it's a fair point. Now it's up to Brad to really think about how he's gonna play with this.
Brock will play it clean.
We know. I mean, I think if there's something that Brad likes to do, he likes to go for those KT classics. So if he has a wild, he could and use it on green and just see. But then again, there's the fades from Brock. So it's hard. It's a tough situation. Keeping it on red now.
I'm surprising the blue get in his hand. Yeah, anyways. Somebody's gotta have blue here.
Oh, sorry, I cut out. Sorry about that. I was just gonna say, my internet died. I was gonna say, if Brad's trying to fade the blue, it's just that you have the +2s in response, or else Brock can just fade it back. That's the yin and yang of this game. And that's what Brock is gonna have to decipher. That's what Brad's deciphering right now. If you want to go to blue, you're confident in it.
Yeah, for sure. Brad, looking at this 2, he could play his own card, go to blue, but
no, it's just
okay.
He ain't gonna do that. Too risky.
Nah, I didn't think so. I just thought it would be interesting, but
you got to be confident.
Yeah.
You have to be balls deep confident to say there's no blue +2 on the other side. But Brad, it doesn't matter. Brock will do it for you. Oh, here we go. And you're right. This is what Brock does. He doesn't care about what you have. He doesn't care if there's a +2. Prove it. Go out and prove it then. That's William Brock, man. He's aggressive. He takes every run. You got to respect. It's an old school style.
Well, there it is.
Well, you say that, but does Brock have a wild flush bat? That's the only thing. Was he saving
The wild,
that
yeah,
wild?
yeah. That's the thing.
And he fades the red or that. William Brock, man. William Brock. That's William Brock, man. He wants you to go back to the last progression. It's unbelievable.
Brad down to, oh man, yeah, we have to think about what Brad's doing with this play though,
because it's risky.
He's down. I mean, he's only down to 3, so it.
William Brock gets the numbers. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This is William Brock in a nutshell. He doesn't care. He'll play it clean. This is for the win, for the tie. Unbelievable if he pulls this off. That's unbelievable. If he doesn't even, what the moves he just did are just ridiculous. Some of these moves are just ridiculous.
Oh, he doesn't get the win.
But now Brad's got a shot. This is for check.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think Brad could win here.
Brad for the +4 finish. Is it a +4 finish or a check that get it home the next turn? Let's see.
You think he needs blue because he was trying to play out of in a defensive way, and now he's able to cook on it. But
what a play though from Brad! I'm just mesmerized how he was able.
No,
to
that was incredible.
Ridiculous. That was nasty in a good way. Brad's thinking about this power play. Something he's thinking about here. We're thinking about just get the right number. Get the right number. You have to get the right number. If you don't get the right number, Brock is fading. That's what makes him
You don't
lethal.
know what he got off that draw, too. If it's a top deck.
I don't think it matters about no power play. This is William Brock for all of a sudden. Power, there it is!
Yeah, well, I was going to say.
Yeah, power play.
You're not risking that top deck.
You just don't know what to risk. It's the M, it's the JT, and Brad's up 4-2. He's got to use it here. There it is. Brad, that was insane, man. You can't risk it. Brock, did you get a +4 off that topper? What'd you get off that top deck? What was your last card?
Give me a second. I had a red 6 and a green 1.
Oh, my goodness.
Red 6?
Wait a minute. He faded his own red. What the heck? Are you serious? That's incredible.
I mean...
Because think about this, right? If Brad plays the blue 6, he's going back to red.
Yeah.
Brad, that was the...
I didn't even question that.
That is unbelievable. Brad, have you ever played a game like this where you know every single number is fair game? I've never seen something like the moves Brock is making you think triple times. Talk to me how you got through that one, because I don't have a question for you, because some of these moves I can't explain. These are just some ridiculous moves.
Because I was probably going to use the 6 first if I didn't power play. So yeah, it was a good thing that I did. I was really regretting it, because if I don't do that, this game could be tied. So
you had to go for the gap. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, great move, because if you're going for the 6, game's over. If you play that straight, he's got a red 6 somehow. That's
it's Brock. He's always gonna have it.
This guy's unbelievable. Brock, I mean, I know you lost that game, but what you're doing out here tonight is a brand of Uno that I'm just gonna be honest now. It's one of one. No one does what you do. I don't think there's another. I know we talk about Christian Tago, but I don't think Tago even does stuff like this. Is just crack show Uno to the nth degree. Talk to me how you almost won that game, and what number were you, other than the red 6, because you would have won the game, ironically, if you didn't power play. But talk to me about just what goes through your head trying to do those fades on 2 color, because it's making everyone just jaws drop, for sure. Brock, to you.
Well, all I could say is if he hadn't used that power play and still played that blue 6, as you mentioned, it would have gave me, the check. But, obviously he used the power play and it led him to the win.
Yeah, there's no answer to that, Yoshi. There's just no. Usually I have really good questions, but how do you explain that kind of move? You don't see that ever in any form. It doesn't matter who walks through that door anymore. There is no other style like William Brock. It's just you have to be here to see it. That's all I can explain it as. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, the way that Brock was able to keep switching out of red and then have reds left to the end, and I don't know, Brad. I mean, Brad needs to power play to get that win.
That's crazy.
It's like he needed to power play to win that game. Otherwise, it would be even. And that's the amount of steps you need to take. But he's got the advantage. I mean, he's got a good shot here, but you can't count out Brock.
You can never count the Rock out. Well, it's going to be a chance for Brock now to really get. We know Brock likes that lower stuff. Brock, no 8-13. What are we doing for Game 7? Back to you.
Well, I guess go with. Hell with it. Let's go. Let's full send it.
Send it. Here we go. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, this is what I'd like to see. Full send. Let's go.
Full send. Oh god, full send. The only thing I think about full send and Brock, triple fades. Oh god.
Yeah, he's going full blown on this here.
We are going to see some, absolutely
bonkers. Oh my god.
Bonkers +2. Are you serious?
What does Brock do with that?
Well, this should be a fun hand.
Yep.
That's ridiculous. Off the start, he's going to throw the ammo, Fitzy. Jesus Christ. William Brock is putting a master class in just, I don't care, come get it. Oh my god. Listen, as Brock will now have to adapt to a new color, green. This is what made William Brock special last year. Last year, he didn't get off to a flyer start. He didn't. But why did he continue this style on this bot, especially in T5? No one expected it. No one expects the move Brock's make. You can't explain the moves he makes. Because I think the problem is, and it's a good problem to have, Brock doesn't even know the moves he's making. He just goes for it and hope it sticks, but yet he finds a way.
Wow. Power move by Brad. Wow.
Opening it up on the red, he's going to force Brock to switch it? Good Lord.
Yeah, he switched it like twice now, and
that is a power. That's a power move. That's a power move, but it ain't going to work now. I think
I won't be surprised if Brock puts a power move on Brad with some kind of ammo on top of it.
I don't even know anymore, man. Listen, I'm really good at answering questions. I'm great at it. I don't know what to ask Brock anymore because these moves are just, you don't see this ever. No one does it like William Brock, and he's very tight-lipped on answers. So you wonder if there is a backdoor play. Does Brad save maybe that one fade with the green to red and hopes Brock has no green towards the end? And maybe he can just save and hoard, because I don't know what else he would do there as we continue the malarkey that is a zero sugar fade. Yeah, oh my God.
Oh boy.
I just saw the read right there. You're going to see it coming a mile away. Any number is fair game with Brock. It doesn't matter. It could be.
And same with Brad.
Yep. He's playing into it, but there could be 2 green 8s, right, left in the deck. You have them both. Somehow Brock's going to find a way to fade it when you don't even expect it. It's just how he plays. It's unbelievable. All right, here we go. Brad now will adjust. Okay. Acosta was the only other guy up 4-2 in a situation. I believe that's the only other guy this round was up 4-2. So let's see if Brad can not force the game 9, close it out, or we have a game 8 situation. Because remember, Brad's got only one more homer if we get there. He don't want to get there. Brock will have the next home game if we do get a game 8. Here comes Brock. What's he got? The Rock. Double. Ooh, so man. That's red zone territory for Brock. That's red zone territory. Fitz, this is red zone territory. 4 to 5 card. This is William Brock. Anything's game with him. Brad's got to think this one through. Let's see if your ammo reads in true colors right here.
Yeah, I think with some players, you really gotta be aware of when they're at 5 this many cards. Like, you know, when I played Acosta, like he had a lot of he was at 5 cards. He got the finish. And okay, yeah, that's a good move.
There's the read Fitz. Yep, yeah, you can't risk it at this point. William Brock is a guy, he can just cap off a victory. But now Brock, he can just sit back and fade all he wants. More cards equals more fading, but he won't do it there. Brad up 4-2, and I think the reason why comebacks happen, you lay off the throttle a little bit, you just let your guard down. You can't let your guard down, man. It's psychological every time. The score's got to be 0-0. That's what Brad's saying. I'm going aggressive right here. No more laying my guard down. Let Brock fade if he wants.
You know, he could be trying to do what Brock did in the last game, thinking, okay, I'm not going to use this to win, but I'm just going to use this early. Oh my God.
That ridiculous fade. That is unbelievable. Every move Brad tries to put on, Brock's got the answer to this game. This is ridiculous.
School's in session, ladies and gentlemen. School's in session.
Called it. I mean, I did say every move Brad was trying to do, Brock's going to have an answer. It's just how it works in this game. And he'll have a +2 here to see if he can close it off. His turn still.
Yep.
Oh God! If he has another, if he's got another one, oh my God!
I mean,
well, he can't have another green +2. He doesn't have. He can't have a green +2. It's got to be something else. Let's see. He's thinking this one through. Remember, it doesn't matter. There's no power play. I mean, Brock don't have to. Theoretically, he can just take his time all night. Here he comes. What in the world? Nasty from Brock. Flips the board.
Filthy read from yours truly. You're welcome.
That's filthy, man. That's filthy right there. That's some nasty work from Brock. Six-bagger, Carson Toasty, Goldie Caesar, Abiana Acosta, flips the scoreboard, flushes Brad's wild. What is this? Brad's going to think, what do I do here? He might still have blue. That's the problem. And Brad's going to fire back.
6. Oh, my.
This is turn into a crack show. What did we do here? Does he have the last Rainbow Skittles plus deuce? Or no, that's it. We're out of plus 2. We're done. That's it.
Oh, already. Yep.
Well, there's still plus 4s and too many fates to go around.
I feel like I was more ammo Brock might have got.
Yeah, this is... I don't even know, though, because...
So basically, the ammo fest ain't over yet.
It ain't over yet. There's no more plus 2, so it's got to be plus 4 reverse skip and wild meta.
But the wilds and the plus 4s, and yeah, what you said, and the double play from Brad. Trying to set Brock back. Trying to give him a taste of his own medicine here.
This is just unbelievable. There's no words to describe what's going on right here.
Well, that's something.
Brock misplays the green 1. Brad now knows that card. A Clint play and a half. That's...
He doesn't even switch into green. He doesn't even switch into green.
This guy is unbelievable tonight. What is going on tonight? How do you ask a question for that? I don't have an answer for what's going on.
So...
Everything's going on for a reason.
I mean, this is unbelievable. Brad is trying. I mean, that's the problem. Brad's up 6. You think, oh, he's clean. No, he ain't. All it takes is 1 plus 4, and this game's going to change.
Keeps it yellow, yeah. I mean, you know what color you don't want to go to at this point. But Brock finds it.
Back to green. Well, that's not what Brad needed, in a way. Or is it what he needs? Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, he might not even think about the fact that he just, yeah, okay. He doesn't care. I don't think that's a problem.
Well, remember, it was a G1, no? Yeah, G1, so the 2 don't matter.
Yeah, could have tried switching, but doesn't want to.
Well, he might have a 1. That's what I'm thinking. He's either got a 1 or you got something in the back pocket to enable something.
There's a reason behind it. Yeah, here we go. Let's see.
All right, well, there it is. It's over for the mystery. What's the mystery now for Brad? We're going to close this series out in what's been a hell of a game 7. And this has been everything you want. Ammo, dump and pump and dump, back and forth reading, back and forth switching, everything you want. What does he got?
Down to 5. Could look to potentially win the game here if he has it.
He might have a shot. Here comes Brad. Double play. Looking for the finish. Does he get back to the epic gate? No. Triple play. Puts in a minor check.
Okay, yeah, you get back to yellow with that. You're down to 2.
But it's Brock. You know, at this point, he's not gonna go home. Power play.
Well, I think
that's a defensive one.
Yeah, that gives something away here and goes for the double.
Still has his turn,
maybe.
Though.
Yeah, does he switch? Does he keep it yellow? He keeps it yellow.
So he's just trying to prevent the finish. He may not have anything, though. He may not have anything, so that's good news for Brad.
That's what I was thinking, like giving Brad the idea that Brock was not going to be able to give him much ammo.
So ditto play, too. Brad to check right here. Can he do it?
That ditto? Is that ditto a mistake?
Is that a plus 4 finish from Brad off the kilter? Is that a plus 4? It's a regular wild, though. It's check. Now,
yeah, no plus 2s.
Well, there's plus 4s, though. There's plus 4s. This is Brock. Never count out Brock. No attack, no chance. Here we go. This is William Brock, man. He'll save that plus 4 to the end for no reason. He just like that. What did I just say?
Okay.
What did I just say? That's how he is. Power play be damned. I'm going to waste it. I'm saving it. You cannot read that. That's ridiculous. That's just a nasty read.
That is actually wild.
This is William. This guy is experienced. Man, he's been around the ball. Let's not forget, Brock has been playing since 2018-17. He's been here for 8 years. He's played for 15 years in his life. He's an old veteran, but this is some crazy reading. Brad's got the hard work to do again for the 15th time this game. Well, and the game's over, right? If Brad had the power play, maybe the game's over. But at the end of the day, he had to use it when he had to use it. I mean, I don't know at this rate.
I mean, now what does Brad do? Because you probably have to keep it red unless you get another wild. Or +4. Okay.
Off the top.
Using his own card as well.
I didn't think the counter +4 gonna work like that, but I guess it worked in Brad's favor. Now see if Brock can capitalize
I mean, at this rate,
to give him a counter +4 back.
Brock just fades it.
wow.
Are you kidding me?
That's ridiculous, but Brad's getting to Uno 100%.
Yeah,
here.
that is insane. Is this Brad for the win at this rate? No, it's a check.
No, it's Uno. I know it's Uno, but it's
There's
a
no
matter of
more-
what his last card is.
More +2s. What is this?
My!
Is that one too many? That's got to be one too many, right? Surely. Is this
You'd think so, but
No, it's not.
It's Brock.
It's
It's Brock. He finds it.
unbelievable. William Brock, a display of class. And he dittos. That's
Oh,
the-
and double red one.
This guy's unbelievable. This guy is unbelievable. Brad cannot believe himself. He's beside himself right now. He's beside
And
himself.
another red.
This is Brock. You can't. He's a cockroach, man. You can't kill this guy. You can't. He's gotten out of jail 5,000 times in this game, and still
Another red.
he leads the game. He's leading this game from way down, from nowhere. He's finding a way, and Brad is getting juiced. Oh my goodness. Oh my!
That's crazy.
That is a ridiculous run.
Crazy.
Bro, no. He just flexed on that +4 Brad threw and blow. He just flexed on him with that. That's ridiculous. This is what you're doing. Brad, great move. Sound move from Brad to undercut that. The problem is it's William Brock. He's gonna have a regular one yellow wild or something to finish the game. That's just how it is. Yep. You serious? What?
Okay. I was gonna say if that's how he won the game.
He didn't even have the finish, man. He didn't even have the finish.
Didn't.
He just
He didn't.
threw the blue wild.
If Brad, okay, so if he got to Uno and Brad then switched to yellow, the game would have been over.
Ridiculous.
If he was one turn after, then yeah.
How do you game plan for Brock? You can't. You can't game plan for this guy. He's the hardest player to read in the league. But now Brock will have to eat a little bit of his words unless it's a topper.
Yeah, so there's 1+4 left, and not. Oh my
There's
god.
no need for the +4. He gets a topper.
Okay, Ditto play. There's possible switches.
Brad's got to think here. What do I got to do to get this to check? What do
Let's see.
Nothing.
He can't.
It's in a
But I don't
7
think
heaven.
win here.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because if we think about that blue wild, right? He has yet to play whatever is in after that blue wild. So, and there's no blue 7s on the table. There is a blue 5 though.
Nothing there.
Okay,
That's
never
good for Brad, and that changed the momentum for Brad. But he's going to draw, so it's a draw city. I don't even know how to explain. And Brad top deck again for Brock.
Yeah, that's insane.
Now he might want the 4 heaven. He's got the 4 heaven. Oh my god! Brad,
Well, what is his last card though? That's the thing about this. 6.
I think he's got it.
Oh, checks the table.
Check
Checks
the
the
table
log.
at Uno. What is God? Does he finish it off?
Oh.
He finishes it off. Are you kidding me? What?
Unbelievable.
That was
Check the log and win the game.
Unbelievable hand. Well done.
I don't even think it's
GG.
not even unbelievable hand. What do you do if you're Brad? You have to just applaud that man. What do you do in that situation where he just fades it off 20,000 times? That's unbelievable. You just bow down to that and just say fair play? Because I don't know how he won that game after giving you all that junk. That's incredible. Talk me through how you had to stay vigilant. Yeah, I
don't know what to do.
I mean, that is Brock. We didn't even know what was going on. You were the fact that
I got horrible top decks. Like when I was at Uno, I got nothing. Like he was on red, I got no red cards.
Brock, I mean, no power play, but that power play in a way saved the game, and you had the veteran presence to save the +4. What was the theory behind the power play and the saving the? Because that fading was just unreal. Sound, to say the least. Talk to me through it. I don't even have a question. I just gotta know what's up with that.
Well, for me in my mind, I thought, if I didn't use it this game and he got away with another win, I pretty much knew it was over. So, I just decided to use it, when I had the chance.
Did he? Okay, I think he might cut off.
I'm good now.
Again.
I was just gonna say.
Oh, there you go.
I probably hit my mic. Just so excited. The fact that he had a ridiculous wild end play, goes for the reverse +4, then does a blue wild, doesn't even have the finish, has the yellow reverse, gets rid of it, then hopes for a topper, gets a blue 4, throws the throttle, and finishes the game on a Peter Onjak gangsta style. What else is there to say other than that's just ridiculous from Brock? I don't have anything else to say, unless you have any thoughts.
No. There's so much to unpack that you
God.
just want to move on to the next game at that point.
I don't even know, man. This has been a hell of a season. That's why Brock made Super League last year. That's all I'm saying. This guy's unbelievable when given the moment. All right, it'll be game 8. Brock, your last home game. You made it this far. What's it going to be? No sender, no 1308.
Well, I know I'm risking it, but, actually, let's go with 9.
All right, that's your comfort zone. That's your comfort zone, though. This is William Brock. 9 cards. Well, it's funny that the ref is Nam, and guess what? Nam loves this. He loves the 9, so that's funny. This is unbelievable.
And another +2.
Oh, boy.
Well, we've seen it last game.
We've seen this happen before, haven't we, gentlemen?
We've seen this one.
+2s on back-to-back hands. We've seen this before. We've seen this act before.
What?
We haven't seen that one, though.
And not expecting that right out of the gates, either. I got questions.
Already, yeah. So if you're Brad, what even is the answer to that? Okay, I mean, that's what you'd expect, but at this point, I don't even know if that's a good move.
I want to apologize again. I was on my desk. I just threw my mic off after I saw that move. I was like, "What was that?" I don't even know what to say anymore. What is going on?
Yeah, it might be another game where they throw out those +2s.
We talked about
again.
this reminds me a lot, and I think Brad's going to agree with this when we finish the series. This reminds me a lot of Brad's Game 6 against JT, where they were just throwing ammo after ammo. This was old JT, man. Oh my God, I've lost my mind. I think this has been a great series for other reasons. This is not KT Ashley where it's just precise. This wasn't Brad Toggle, where it was ridiculous. This wasn't Ed Acosta for the endurance. This wasn't Peter Gold. This wasn't all these great. This has been different. This has been a game full of insane next level reading. I don't even know where to begin. This is unbelievable. Here comes Brad now. Green 6. Brock is just... You're on the edge of your seat.
Yeah. And what we're seeing here, he just keeps it green. We're going up one, kind of similar numbers. But, like, in one moment, we could see some insane run, and it all goes... Or just a draw, actually.
I don't mind a draw. I need to relax a little bit here.
You know, we don't see a lot of these early draws from Brock, and that could be what Brad needs here.
But he's going to give him the chance. When we talk about him, he's going to give him a chance.
Yeah, you got some leverage being up like 5 cards, but, you know, yeah, Brock could always just even it out. There's got to be a point, though, where he doesn't have the hand, and, you know, I think this could be it, where Brad can finally get the win here. But, again, you don't know.
I just...
Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. You're more comfortable with these aggressive plays. Brock not really biting very much on them.
He may not have anything, or he's just waiting to play the patience game. He's just waiting to pull out that pluser now.
We saw it before. He saves these +4s like crazy sometimes.
Something's got to give. No matter what happens tonight, William Brock has put on a show that I'm not sure if we're ever going to see again. Because there's just no other player that plays like him. How do you gameplay? You can't.
Red-0.
You can't. We saw it in his run against Nam back in T5.
Gets the 0.
Zero sugar, right? Nick tried. Nam tried. Jesse Turner tried. Who else lost to him? Allen lost. But at that point, the finale, everyone was saying, well, those guys were already locked into the Super League. He probably took some off the throttle. Now, at this rate, this is the new William Brock, man. He's going back to old school strategies from 7 years ago. But guess what? It's working. Because it's you don't see it every day. It's a one-off player. Here comes Brad into the green.
There you go.
But that green just flushed Brad's +4. Think about it. If he
that's a thing. Like,
if he doesn't make that move, this game could be over. That's a killer for Brad's thinking, you got to be kidding me again. Here comes Brock.
Let's see. What does he find off that?
Nothing.
Ooh, okay.
Well, he's going to play it cool for the first time tonight. Thinking maybe Brad doesn't have any more red.
I don't know. I'm sensing that Brad's just going to be able to get through this. And yeah, that's
+4.
it.
That's it. I think the luck ran out for Brock. Here comes bad Brad. That's it. But what a game we just saw. That was one of the best series, even though Brock lost, I've ever seen. I mean, Brad... Did this feel like JT versus you last year? Because that was the closest I could find to something like that. This was insane. Talk to me about your mentality and composure, especially when you had the hand in that last game, but also just this whole series to encapsulate the moment for almost 2 hours here, or 95 minutes. 2 hours plus on stream. Brad, go ahead. Closers.
Let's go. Finally, I won a home series this year. Let's go. I won. So happy. I don't know what to say.
That's the adrenaline, buddy. We'll come back to you. Brock, you lost tonight, but I think everybody here learned something from you that we can take into our own. Because listen, maybe we can't take everything, but what you put on the table tonight with those fake wilds and just some of the reads you were making, unbelievable. I don't think anyone saw it coming. Talk to me about how you played that game to the nth degree, and just that last game. We just didn't get the hand there. Unfortunately, just ran out of luck. I'm just going to assume.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, +2's raw. Go for it.
More or less, yeah. Once he played those +4s, there wasn't really, a whole lot I could do. So, but yeah, congrats to Brad, and on to the next tournament.
Brad, your thoughts on playing Nick or Monkey, but more importantly, how you got... Yo, you can do a 24-hour reminder, by the way. How you got through I just want to know the mentality, man. You're pretty much exhausted. You probably need a nap. What were some things you learned from the Brad game that could apply you for the next round? Because you're back in the E8 and T3, the usual for you.
Honestly, like, know when to make your power play and, like, don't make mistakes. Like, I messed up that wild. And also, like, know when the call is hard, because there was a call I could have done, but Brock was just in time to get it.
Yeah, Brock played sound, man. He played sound because he has such a unique style. And he'll write his quote here. I'll go to Fitzy. Fitzy, what did you see? What did you see tonight? Because it's hard to say Brock really lost this game, and it was just a game of who outsmarted who. And Brad finally had the last laugh in game 8. Talk me through this game from your perspective. What a game it was.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that'll do. Yoshi, your thoughts, Fizzy might be busy. Your thoughts on what this game was. This was just unbelievable.
Dude. I mean, Brock showed what he can do. I mean, unfortunately, he struggles when he doesn't have the ammo, but when you give him the ammo, you really gotta think really hard on what Brock's trying to do, because and even when you do that, he does something else, and so you're really just fighting like tooth and nail whenever Brock gets some sort of ammo. So yeah, you gotta take advantage of when Brock when Brock gives you give that inch where Brock draws, or Brock is showing that he can't really fight back from these +4s or +2s. And I think that's what definitely helped Brad at that last game. It's just finding that switch, the momentum switching back in your favor. It really need to take advantage of that. So, good stuff to Brad for stopping a potential comeback, because you don't know what could have happened if he did. And I think for Brock, you at least showed what you're capable of. I think next tournament you got to watch out for Brock if you're playing him in the first round next tournament. We'll see what he can do, but this could be the start of something for maybe Brock to get another run going. But yeah, Brad definitely in a position to do what he did a year ago. I'm excited to see. I think he's one of the only guys who got far in T3 to still be in. I mean, I tried my hardest. I couldn't make it, but yeah, Brad's one of the last two left.
Yeah, Myth and Brad. I mean, if you would have told me that the Masters class battle, it's now confirmed, it's going to be Prochek Art versus Verigo. Winner gets. I don't even think Art has ever sniffed a class title. Verigo may have sniffed it back in T3 2023 when we just didn't have a system really. Maybe a rookie, I don't even know. That's the class battle. And for Brad, if Tapir doesn't win tomorrow, he's got the legends locked up. Can you ask for anything more? The last 3 years, T3 has been the chaotic tournament. It's continuing. But this time it's Bad Brad, who will be on the road going into the pod. Don't have it updated, but wow. Brad moves on. Brock may have lost, but he proved that he's here. Congratulations to Brad one more time. That's the only game tonight. Tomorrow at 10 in the morning, it's about to go down. Ambiance here, and the Nick Monkey, the Quad 1 special. Come on, man. Let it go. I don't want to risk it on that, but we just saw a crazy game. I'm out of words. I'm just out of words. What a game. Some of the moves Brock were making were ridiculous, but congratulations to Brad again. He just found a way to ice the game and moves on. For myself, Yoshi, for helping, we wish Coach the best with the whole tornado warning. Hope he's okay. And for him for stepping in, Yoshi and Fitzwar for stepping in. Appreciate that. This has been KT. I'm wore out. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. What a game. Congrats to Brad as he continues to run for win number 3 on the season in to the Epic 8. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. This has been a presentation of MRE Division 1.